How can I be excited when I make excuses? I'm so excited, I just can't hide it. But if I'm making excuses, how can I achieve my goals? Are your excuses bigger than your goals, or are your goals bigger than your excuses? And it was a lesson that I learned a very long time ago. I was 18 years of age, so a very long time ago. And I was at a conference for learning how to be a leader. I thought I was going to learn how to run a health club, but it was a leadership, personal development conference. And one of the questions that we were asked as a group of potential future leaders, well, what are your goals? What do you want to achieve? And the list was a little bit like this. Where do you want to live? What kind of house do you want to live in? What kind of car do you want to drive? What kind of holidays do you want to go on? What kind of clothes do you want to wear? What exciting things do you want to do with your life? And we had to write them down. And I have, at that time, big goals and exciting things I wanted to do, and I wrote them all down. And it was very interesting because the facilitator of the conference looked over my shoulder and read my goals. And out loud to everybody in front of the whole group, he asked me a very personal question, a very important question. So I'm going to ask you to do the same thing. What house do you want to live in? What car do you want to drive? What holidays do you want to go on? What kind of life do you want to live? What kind of life do you want for yourself and your family? And he asked this question: Rowie, that house that you've got in your headspace that's your dream house, are there people who have a house like that right now? They're living in a house like that right now. And of course the answer had to be yes. Rowie, this beautiful car that you want to own, are there people that own this car right now and they're even driving it right now? And of course the answer was yes. This holiday, or these holidays that you want to go on, these fantastic places that you want to visit, and these exciting things that you want to do, are there people who are on your holiday right now, surfing your wave, shopping at the shops that you want to go to, eating at the restaurants that you want to go to, seeing the sights that you want to see? Are there people in the world doing that right now, this minute? And of course the answer was yes. And then the other goals that I had written down, Rowie, are there people who have achieved that, done that, have been able to do that in their lifetime? And of course the answer was yes. So then he asked me this very personal question. So Rowie, what's your excuse? Tough question. Even more tough was the answer to this question. Rowie, are there people who are living in your house, driving your car, going on your holidays, living the life that you want to live, who are uglier than you, dumber than you, in less physical condition, because at 18 I was in great shape? Are there people who you might have looked at in your life and thought, how did they get to have those things, do those things, have achieved those things, accomplish those things, because they're not as smart as me or gorgeous as me or whatever? And it's a very confrontational, very personal question. Have you ever said to yourself, and I'm asking you now this very personal question, how did that person get to do that? I'm smarter than them, I'm better looking than them, I'm better than them, how come they're living my life or doing the things that I want to do? All of that's very confrontational, very personal, but also I think very important, because isn't it interesting that we make excuses? We make excuses for a lot of things. And why do we do that? Is it just, oh, well, it gives us a reason not to do something, I can't because? Well, an excuse simply means I've given up. Could that be the ultimate definition of failure? Is I've come up with a big enough excuse to stop me, which means I've failed, because the only definition of failure is to stop. So again, this very personal question, what kind of life do you want to live? And I'm coming to you from my library. And this particular bookshelf, we have lots of bookshelves, but this particular bookshelf is filled with stories of successful businesses and successful athletes, people who have lived the dream. They didn't think they could do it. They were told they couldn't do it, and they did it anyway. And that's why this is such, to me, a very special library. Because there's so many people in the world whose dreams and goals have become bigger than their excuses, and they haven't let their excuses get in the way. If there's a reason why they can't do something, they come up with, how can I, rather than I can't because. And if you ever hear yourself say, I can't because, could that be labelled as an excuse versus how can I will, and my favourite quote, you'll see me waving from the top or dead on the side, I'm not coming back, I'll do it or die. And I really believe, especially when you look at the people in this library, the things that they've achieved, the things that they've done, the things they were told they couldn't do, I think that's the most important attitude, because I think the world gets out of your way. my mountain, my achievement, my goal, you'll see me waving from the top, waving from the finish line, waving from the success line, but I'm not coming back because I'll do it or die. If that's your reason for doing something, because you want it, you need it, you want to set an example for the people in your life, it's a driving force, then why would you give up? I will see you waving from the top or dead on the side, but you're not coming back because you'll do it or die. Could that be a reason why you do it? Super duper doo. I'm so excited because I'm gonna do it, and I do it. Woohoo!